Hello everybody, this is Azrael444 here again. I'm going to put this video on here. It's about another vision I had. Well, this vision was about 3 months ago, and I kind of kept this one to myself, but I decided I'm going to share it because I wasn't told not to share it. So anyways, in this vision I was flying around and I went to a castle. It was like a home, a residence. It was like a modern day castle. It wasn't like back in medieval times. It was a present day castle, I think. But when I went to this castle, there was people living in it, like I said, and there was a small demon. It was about 2 feet tall, and it was terrorizing this castle. And of course, people living there. So anyway, I went there, and with Jesus' help, I was able to get rid of this demon. But even though it was 2 feet tall, it was a very fierce demon, really fierce. It acted like he was 100 feet tall. But anyways, finally got that demon to leave. Then I was just there at this castle, and I was thinking to myself, I'm like, man, I'm just so tired of doing all this stuff. I'm just like wore out. And I was like, I just want to go home. So I was like, well, I'll go home. So anyways, I decided I was just going to fly back up to heaven. And so I got off the ground and started flapping my wings and just started going straight up. Kept on going and going and going and going. Then after a bit, I looked over my shoulder and I could see the earth behind me, and it was getting small. I was actually out in space. But then I looked forward again and just kept on flying up, and I was feeling really like I physically felt like I was exerting a lot of energy just from flapping so hard. It was like I wasn't tired, but I felt like I was just, like I say, using a lot of energy, and I was just, you know, it took some doing. But anyway, I kept on going up, and then all of a sudden I went through like this barrier, and when I was going through this barrier, I seen like all different kinds of colors. It was like I didn't see the space no more. I didn't see the stars no more. It was like all kinds of like different color clouds, like all colors of the rainbow, and some colors you can't even imagine. I kept on going up through that, and all of a sudden I popped up out of that, and boom, I was up there, and I was in heaven. And when I got up there, there were 2 angels there, and they must know I was coming. But when I got up there, it was kind of like I went through a portal when I got there, like through water or something. Anyway, when I got up there, I wasn't wet though. But when I got up there, these angels said, "Come with us. Someone wants to talk to you." I was like, "Oh, okay." And so the 3 of us, we started walking. We walked for a while. We come to a place. Then they stopped, and I stopped, and right in front of me was God Himself. And anyways, He was very, very bright. I mean, so bright you couldn't see a physical being, but I could sense He was there. I knew He was there. It was like there was fire all around where He was at, and in the middle of the fire is just a real bright light, really bright. And that's when He told me something, and He told me, He's like, "I want you to go back. It's not your time. I want you to go back. I want you to help people." And I told God, I was like, you know, being respectful and everything, I was like, I'm just so tired. I just want to come home. And He said, Yeah, but I need you down there. I want you to go down there to help people. And so I told God, I was like, well, if that's what you want me to do, that's what I'm going to do, because I'm going to obey you, what you say. So after that, you know, the angel said, come on. So they turned around, and I turned around, and we all started walking away. And we walked up back to that same place, her area where I came up through. Then I looked at them and looked around at heaven a little bit. And I was like, well, I'll go back down and do what he asked. So I dropped back down to this hole and started flying back down to the earth. I could see the earth once I came back down through that barrier. And once I started heading to the earth, next thing I knew, I woke up. But here's the weird thing. When I woke up, my body felt really weird. I never felt like that ever before, ever. And I was like all achy and sore. And I felt really stiff, like nothing wanted to move. It was a really weird feeling. And when I woke up, I was in the same position I was when I went to sleep. So I think because when I left and went back up to heaven, my physical body here died. But when I came back, you know, I guess I came back to my body, and my body was alive. And that's when I woke up. And I felt the way I had just described. So I believe that if I had not have came back, well, it would have been against God's will, but I think he would have let me stay. But I told him I want to do what he tells me to do. But if I had not came back, I think I would not be making this video today. I think I had died because I left my body and went to heaven and came back, you know, to do what, you know, God wanted me to do. But on a different note, a friend of mine years ago, well, she was my wife, but she had told me that I stopped breathing in my sleep. And she told me, you need to get that looked at. I told her, I was like, well, I've been around for 50 years and it has never killed me before, so I'm just going to just go on the way I normally do. But that night when I left my body, I think when I had died, it wasn't from the sleep apnea or whatever they want to call that. It was because I chose to go back home. And I knew how to get there, and I knew where to go to get there. Which is kind of a strange thing, but, you know, we all come from there anyway, so I guess the spirit remembers. But the fact that I actually had wings and I was flying up to get back up to heaven. I know a lot of people say that angels don't have wings. And in some of my visions, I have been called an angel by other people in my dreams and visions. So take it for what it's worth. But I'm back here, and like I said, to do what God wants me to do. So, but I don't think it's going to be for much longer anyways. I think we're all flying home here before too long. Anyways, I just want to put this out there. I welcome all your comments. Even if they're comments that are not good or nice, to me it doesn't really matter. I know what I've seen. I know what I did. And I knew where I was. But, you know, if you guys want to make some comments, you know, just tell me what you think. I think I'm full of you know what, or if there's any kind of validity to this. Because I've done research and I found out that in visions are always in color, and this one was. And in visions, you have physical senses. You can physically sense things. Feel things. Like like the feeling of exhaustion from flapping my wings so much. But I wasn't tired, but I was tired. It's kind of weird. Maybe it was my human half of me sensing the physical exertion it took to get up there. But anyways, that was a few months ago, and just want to put that out there. You know, there is another side. This life we're here living it right now physically, this is only for a short time. And our true home awaits us if we accept Jesus. Well, anyways, leave your comments. I appreciate all comments. Share my videos to other, hook up other people to my channel so they can see some of my other videos. I mean, I know some of my videos are not religious stuff because I'm physically here. I have hobbies. I do things. Like one thing I'm doing right now is like this big old model boat here I'm building. I always wanted to build one. This is just a model boat of a river towboat, and this is scratch built. It's not a kit. It's all done by hand. But I still got a lot more to go on it. But it's a busy project. But anyways, there's other things I do too. Anyways, let me know what you think. I love you all. You're all my brothers and sisters. We all come from the same place. God bless all of you, and I will talk to you later. Bye.